Imagine a world where every step you take, every decision you make, is gently guided by a silent guardian whose existence, though invisible, is as real as the air you breathe. This unseen protector watches over you with a vigilance that is both profound and mysterious, intervening in ways you might never recognize. Therefore, it is crucial that individuals become aware and able to know if they are being watched over and protected. However, we must first understand what it means to be watched and protected. Chapter 1. The Unseen Observer. In the realms of spiritual discourse, the notion that we are continually watched over by unseen forces is both comforting and profoundly mysterious. This idea, shared across various beliefs and philosophies, suggests that our lives are not just sequences of random events, but are under the subtle guidance and protection of spiritual entities. Many of us go about our daily lives unaware of the eyes that might be watching us from realms beyond our own. Whether it's guardian angels in Christianity, the Dharmapala in Buddhism, or the protective jinn in Islamic tradition, the concept of an unseen protector spans across cultures and eras. These entities are believed to guide us, protect us from harm, and sometimes intervene in mysterious ways that are often beyond our understanding. The idea also finds resonance in philosophy. The Stoics of ancient Greece, for instance, believed in a logos, a divine rational principle that orders the universe and our lives. They argued that this logos provided not just the structure to the cosmos, but also watched over human affairs, encouraging a life in harmony with nature and reason. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, often speaks of gods who watch over human affairs with benevolence and wisdom. To illustrate these concepts, consider the parable of the starfish thrower, which, while not ancient, encapsulates the spirit of being watched over and helped by unseen forces. In this story, countless starfish washed ashore are thrown back into the ocean by a lone individual, believing that his efforts save lives, even if he cannot save them all. The story suggests that, like the starfish saved from certain death, we too are often rescued by forces beyond our perception, guided back to the path we are meant to walk. Across the world, many people recount personal stories of near misses and coincidences too pointed to be mere chance. These anecdotes often point to a feeling of being watched over by something larger than life, an unseen observer who intervenes at just the right moment. While skeptics may dismiss these as selective interpretations of random events, for those who experience them, they are nothing short of divine intervention. How then does one become aware of such unseen protection? The journey starts with openness, the willingness to perceive beyond the five senses. This can be nurtured through practices like meditation, prayer, and the mindful observation of one's environment and inner feelings. By attuning oneself to the subtle energies around, one might begin to sense the presence of these unseen protectors. Chapter 2. Awakening to Connection. As we delve deeper into the exploration of spiritual protection, we come to understand that such protection is not merely about being shielded from physical or emotional harm. It is fundamentally about awakening to a deeper connection with the universe, a realization that we are part of a larger tapestry of existence, intimately interwoven with the fabric of life and the cosmos. This awakening often begins with a subtle shift in awareness. It might be sparked by a profound personal experience, an inspiring story, or a moment of unexpected clarity. In these moments, the boundaries between the self and the universe begin to blur, allowing us to feel a profound sense of oneness with all that exists. This sensation is not just emotional or philosophical, it's deeply spiritual and can dramatically alter our understanding of our place in the world. Intuition plays a crucial role in this awakening. Often referred to as the sixth sense, intuition is the inner voice that guides us, the gut feeling that directs our decisions without the need for conscious reasoning. Spiritual traditions teach us to cultivate and trust this intuition, as it is believed to be the language through which unseen protectors communicate with us, nudging us towards our true path and away from potential dangers. Nature offers one of the most accessible portals to experiencing this connection. The natural world operates through cycles and systems that are interconnected and interdependent. By observing nature, we can learn about the interconnectedness of our own lives. The rhythm of the tides, the change of seasons, and the ecological balance within environments are all reflections of the broader interconnected system of life that also includes us. Different cultures provide various frameworks for understanding and experiencing this connection. For instance, the concept of Ubuntu in Southern African philosophy emphasizes that I am because we are. It captures the essence of interconnectedness and mutual responsibility for each other's well-being, which is a practical manifestation of the spiritual connection we all share. Carl Jung's concept of synchronicity, or meaningful coincidences, further illustrates this connection. Jung proposed that these synchronicities are not mere coincidences, but significant events that reveal the underlying connectivity of our universe. They are often seen as signs from our unseen protectors, guiding us through choices and challenges by showing us that our paths are aligned with a greater purpose. As we become more aware of these connections, our perception shifts. We start to see life not as a series of isolated incidents, but as a continuous flow of interconnected events, each with a purpose and a lesson. This awareness encourages us to live more consciously, making choices that not only benefit ourselves, but also contribute positively to the world around us. Chapter 3. Divine Intervention. Building on our understanding of the interconnectedness of all things and our awakening to this profound connection, we now explore the concept of divine intervention. This notion, where unseen forces actively participate in our lives, particularly in moments of great need or crisis, highlights how these connections can manifest as tangible acts that alter the course of our lives. Divine intervention refers to moments when the natural order of things seems to be suspended or altered by a higher power. These moments are often described as miraculous or inexplicable by ordinary means, providing us with a glimpse of the power and presence of the unseen protectors. Whether through saving us from danger or guiding us through a difficult decision, these interventions are powerful affirmations of the unseen support surrounding us. Throughout history, numerous cultures have recorded instances of divine intervention. In Greek mythology, gods frequently interfered in the lives of heroes, guiding or altering their fates according to divine will. In the biblical narrative, stories such as Daniel in the lion's den illustrate direct divine intervention, where harm is averted through miraculous means. Revisiting Carl Jung's synchronicity in the context of divine intervention, we see these meaningful coincidences as potential markers of divine interaction. These moments, when our lives seem to align perfectly with the universe's rhythm, are often interpreted as signs that we are not alone, that our choices and paths are being supported by the cosmos. Recognizing divine intervention requires an openness to seeing beyond the physical and rational explanations of our world. It involves interpreting our experiences through a spiritual lens, looking for deeper meanings and connections. This doesn't mean abandoning reason, but rather integrating it with our spiritual perceptions. While divine intervention is a cherished concept for many, it also faces skepticism and challenges. Critics argue that attributing events to divine will can be subjective and often confirmation biased. It's important for spiritual individuals to navigate these criticisms with a balance of faith and reason, ensuring that their beliefs enrich their lives without blinding them to practical realities. As we continue to explore the protective and interactive role of the unseen in our lives, let us remain open to the possibilities of divine intervention. By doing so, we invite a richer, more spiritually aware existence that acknowledges the intricate dance between fate, free will, and the guiding hand of unseen forces. Chapter 4. Faith and Surrender. As we further explore the intricate relationship between humans and the unseen forces that guide and protect them, we reach a fundamental aspect of spiritual life, the dynamics of faith and surrender. This stage of our journey invites us to consider what it means to truly trust in the higher powers and to let go of our need to control every aspect of our lives. Faith is more than just belief. It's an active trust in the unseen, a confident assurance in things hoped for but not yet seen. In spiritual traditions around the world, faith is considered the cornerstone of a meaningful life. It's not just faith in the existence of unseen forces, it's also faith in their benevolence, in their interest in our well-being, and in their ability to intervene on our behalf. Surrender, often misunderstood as passivity or resignation, is actually a powerful spiritual act. It involves letting go of our insistence on controlling the outcome of every situation and trusting that there is a larger plan at play, one that we might not fully understand, but that ultimately serves our highest good. Surrender is about accepting that we do not hold all the answers, and that sometimes the path to enlightenment and peace comes through letting go. Parables and stories across cultures emphasize the value of surrender. For instance, the biblical story of Abraham's willingness to sacrifice Isaac is a profound lesson in faith and surrender, demonstrating immense trust in divine wisdom. Similarly, in Hindu mythology, the story of Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita teaches surrender to divine will through his dialogue with Krishna, who guides him towards action in the battle after surrendering his doubts and fears. Prayer and meditation are practices through which surrender and faith are often expressed and deepened. Through prayer, individuals speak to the divine, offering not just their wishes and desires, but also their uncertainties and readiness to accept divine will. Meditation allows individuals to quiet their minds, listen to the silence, and connect with the divine presence, fostering a state of openness and receptivity. Surrender does not come easily to everyone. It can be especially challenging in a world that values self-reliance and control. The fear of the unknown, of vulnerability, and of possible disappointment can make surrender a difficult path to follow. However, the spiritual growth and peace that come from surrendering are often described by those who embrace it as far more rewarding than the initial struggle. To cultivate faith and practice surrender, one can start small, by recognizing areas in life where control is limited and consciously deciding to trust in the process. Spiritual guidance, whether through community, texts, or personal reflection, can also provide support and insight as one navigates this path. Chapter 5. Walking in Alignment with Purpose. Having explored the profound themes of faith and surrender, we now turn our attention to how these spiritual principles guide us in walking a path aligned with our true purpose. This alignment is not merely about finding a career or fulfilling ambitions. It is about living in harmony with the deepest values and intentions of our spirit, guided by the unseen forces that watch over us. Purpose in this context transcends the everyday goals or objectives we set for ourselves. It refers to a deeper calling or mission that aligns with our core being, something that resonates with our spiritual essence. When we talk about walking in alignment with our purpose, we are discussing a journey that is both inward and outward, a path that involves understanding ourselves and how we relate to the world around us. Introspection is crucial in uncovering our true purpose. It involves reflecting on our passions, our pains, and our pivotal life experiences. Often our greatest challenges and how we've overcome them can reveal much about our purpose. Through meditation, prayer, or simply quiet contemplation, we can gain insights into what truly drives us and how we can serve the world in a way that fulfills our spiritual needs. In considering the role of philosophy in understanding and aligning with one's purpose, the thoughts of Friedrich Nietzsche provide a compelling framework. Nietzsche's idea of becoming who you are resonates deeply with the concept of walking in alignment with one's purpose. He believed that individuals should strive to realize their greatest potential, an endeavor he famously termed the Übermensch or Overman. This ideal represents the embodiment of self-overcoming, where one transcends conventional morality to create a life that is truly one's own. Nietzsche's philosophy emphasizes the importance of self-creation and personal authenticity. He argued that the individual has always had to struggle to keep from being overwhelmed by the tribe. If you try it, you will be lonely often and sometimes frightened, but no price is too high to pay for the privilege of owning yourself. This assertion encourages a deep dive into personal introspection and the courage to follow one's unique path, despite the pressures and expectations imposed by society. By exploring Nietzsche's ideas, we can better understand the philosophical underpinnings of pursuing a life aligned with one's deepest desires and existential commitments. His emphasis on the will to power as a fundamental drive in humans can be interpreted as an encouragement to pursue our true purpose with vigor and determination. Nietzsche prompts us to question not just the what of our purposes, but the why, pushing us to reconsider our values and the ultimate meaning of our actions. Walking in alignment with purpose also involves aligning our actions with universal spiritual values such as love, compassion, integrity, and service. These values act as compass points that guide our decisions and interactions, ensuring that our journey is not just about personal fulfillment, but also about contributing positively to the world. The path is not always clear or easy. There are often significant obstacles, both external and internal, that we must overcome. External challenges might include societal expectations or practical limitations, while internal obstacles could be fear, self-doubt, or old patterns of behavior that do not serve our true purpose. Facing these challenges requires both courage and the continued support of our faith and the forces that guide us. Chapter 6. Divine Protection. This kind of protection transcends physical boundaries, shielding us not only from external threats, but also helping us overcome internal fears that can hinder our spiritual growth. Divine protection refers to the belief that as we walk in alignment with our true purpose, we are safeguarded by unseen forces. This protection is not just about avoiding physical harm, it's about maintaining spiritual integrity and resilience in the face of life's trials. It helps us transcend fear, particularly the fear of the unknown, which often poses the greatest challenge on our spiritual path. Fear is a natural part of the human experience. It serves as a protective mechanism. However, when we embark on a spiritual journey, fear often acts as a barrier to deeper understanding and faith. Fear of change, fear of failure, and even fear of achieving our true potential can all stifle our spiritual progress. Divine protection offers a buffer, giving us the courage to face these fears and overcome them, assured that we are supported and guided. Throughout various spiritual traditions, there are countless stories that illustrate divine protection. For example, the story of Moses parting the Red Sea is an archetypal narrative of divine intervention and protection, where the fleeing Israelites were protected from the Egyptian army in a miraculous way. Similarly, in Hindu scriptures, the protection of Prahlad from his evil father by Lord Vishnu reinforces the power of divine protection granted to those who remain steadfast in their faith. Faith is a powerful antidote to fear. It empowers believers to step forward into the unknown, secure in the knowledge that their path is watched over and that their steps are guided. This kind of faith is cultivated through experiences of being protected and through the stories of others who have experienced divine intervention. Each story of protection strengthens the faith of the community and the individual, creating a virtuous cycle that builds spiritual resilience. When we truly internalize the concept of divine protection, it changes how we approach every aspect of our life. With fear transcended, our decisions and actions become more courageous and purposeful. We are more willing to take risks for our higher calling and more open to the transformations required to fulfill our spiritual destinies. Chapter 7. The Power of Prayer. At its core, prayer is more than just a recitation of words or requests. It is a profound act of connection and surrender. Through prayer, we acknowledge our dependence on the unseen forces that guide and protect us, inviting their presence into our lives and hearts. It is a sacred dialogue, an intimate conversation with the divine that offers solace, clarity, and a sense of communion with something greater than ourselves. Prayer takes many forms across different spiritual traditions. It can be formal or informal, spoken aloud or silently within the depths of one's soul. It can be a plea for assistance, a word of gratitude, or simply a moment of silent reverence. Whether it's the structured prayers of organized religions or the spontaneous prayers of individual believers, the essence remains the same, a reaching out to the divine with an open heart and mind. Through prayer, we invoke the presence and assistance of the divine in our lives. This act of invocation is not merely a request for favors, but a recognition of the interconnectedness of all things and our place within the cosmic order. By inviting the divine into our lives through prayer, we open ourselves to receive guidance, protection, and blessings that flow from the infinite wellspring of divine love. In times of difficulty or uncertainty, prayer becomes a source of immense strength and solace. It offers a refuge, a safe harbor amidst life's storms where we can find comfort, courage, and renewed hope. Through prayer, we tap into a reservoir of inner resilience and fortitude that enables us to face life's challenges with grace and dignity. Gratitude is a central theme in many prayer traditions. By expressing gratitude for the blessings in our lives, we cultivate a spirit of abundance and appreciation that attracts even more blessings. Gratitude prayers not only deepen our connection with the divine, but also shift our perspective, helping us focus on the positive aspects of our lives, rather than dwelling on what is lacking. Ultimately, prayer is a path to inner peace, a sanctuary where we can find refuge from the turmoil of the world and reconnect with our true selves. Through prayer, we surrender our worries and fears, trusting in the wisdom and benevolence of the divine. In this state of surrender, we experience a profound sense of peace that transcends all understanding, a peace that emanates from the depths of our soul and radiates out into the world. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.